Fine, Doctor Who and the Sea Devils re-edit coming from BBC4 and iPlayer next month. Well, obviously, this is to coincide with the war between the land and the sea. So it's going to be on December 3rd. Now, Damon, I like these re-edits a lot, right? But the master of them, in my opinion, is this guy. Right? Cunning Monkey Matrix editions. Yeah, did he finish season 18 yet? Let's have a look. And he's got Logopolis done. Great. Yeah, his re-edit of Cleopatra was absolutely here. I'll show you some of the effects of it. It really was absolutely beautiful. I mean, really, genuinely beautiful. I'll move it here. Doctor Who. I've lost the folder. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Doink. Keeper Traken. Where is it? Not Leisure Hive. There we go. Doink. Return of the Master. Oh, here it is. Matrix Edition. Firstly, it's very hard to tell. He really souped up these these titles with adding in more stars. Like, there's a lot more stars, and it really works a lot better. And like how Tom Baker's face comes together. 1 second, but there's, I love how they show like exterior shots of Traken, right? And it's really absolutely beautiful. Where is it? I have to tell you, Traken seems like such a nice place. This is a very well constructed story. This is their wedding. No, hang on. There's some beautiful exterior shots they did. Where is it? No, it was Melka Landing. That's what it was. So it's before all this. Hang on. Oh, yeah, look at this. This is lovely.
Sometimes they are redeemed. The Fosters are.
And you see that shot a few times, right? And it really, that background, it's really beautiful. Yeah, let me look at this website. See if they have any clips. Hang on. We'll go to his YouTube, I should say. Videos. Maybe I'll just start Traken. See if he's on his Traken. Have a look. Oh, here we go. Doink. This actually made me want to listen to the Big Finish adaptation of Guardians of Prophecy, which was the sequel. That never happened. Video file. Downloads. Where'd it go? There we go. Doink.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so new lasery eyes things. But I really want to get to those exterior shots because they're so nice, right? They're so nice. Bit of a going on here. I have to tell you, I really thought she was super hot. I have no idea who she is, but I thought she was super hot at the time. And I still do. I can't find that shot. Which is a shame because it's a lovely shot. Maybe did new ones for the Matrix edition.
Compassion for the.
Anyway, look. The bottom line is, it's that like if these are free as well. I have to tell you, these are absolutely free, and they're edited down. Like they're about an hour and 15 minutes long each, and if it's like a 6-parter, he'll do it in 2 parts. Right? Invasion Time, just excellent stuff. Those edits I find fantastic. Right? I like those a lot. Fine. And honestly, the ones that what's his name, Ben Cook, they're really not. I've seen two of them. They've both been bad, right? I'm sorry. I mean, maybe you're editing too much down, like a 7-part story to 90 minutes and a 10-part story to 90 minutes and a 6-part story. Like, really, wouldn't you give it up on the third go and just go, yeah, why don't we just colorize 2 of the Cybermen and edit that one out? No, that makes too much bloody sense. The Sea Devils, the classic Doctor Who episode starring John Pertwee, had been newly re-edited ahead of its Creatures Returning spin-off series, Orbiting Land Sea, and they look completely, totally different. This 90-minute blockbuster special condenses the 6-part story into a feature-length experience featuring updated sound design by Mark Ayres, I don't really care, and enhanced score by literally Lorne Baffy, who has woven together with Malcolm Clark the groundbreaking 1972 music. Okay. I don't really remember the music, right? The Sea Devil stars John Pertwee, who played Doctor in 1774 alongside Katie Manning and Joe Grant, Roger Delgado as the Master, with Malcolm Hugh and Michael E. Bryant. The story introduction audiences the former aquatic species, the Sea Devils. Hey, wait a minute. You can't call them Sea Devils. Anyone that's racist. Well, one guy calls them in the show Sea Devils. Rusty Davis, showrunner, executive producer, says 52 years after they rose from the depth. Oh, really? Bit hyperbole. I mean, honestly, I'm longing for the days of John Nathan Turner's, keeping everything restrained, calm, cool, and collected, right? And I do long for that. There was a Sea Devils, Sea Devil Night across the BBC. It's a great idea. A great idea never dies. Well, you bloody killed enough of them. And viewers young and old can now heed the warning. Watch the seas. Well, that was never the warning. What? Sea Devils from iPlayer at 6 a.m. and on BBC 4 at 7 p.m. on Sunday, the 7th of December, same day Orbiting Land and Sea airs. And so it will follow the premiere of the first 2 episodes of Orbiting Land and Sea on iPlayer. Fans of Guillermo Toro's Oscar-winning not the weight of water, the shape of water, you fucking morons. Oh, God, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. Shomron, a lot to love in the miniseries, namely the sexy fish people. I'm sick of... Russell, stop with sexy, right? We're done with the sexy. We don't need any more sexy. And they look more like the fish people from Underwater Menace than anything else. Honestly, BBC and Disney Plus should be marketing the spin-off series to fish sexers. Well, that's the problem with queer Doctor Who, right? It's too quear. What's this? Is there anything? I think. All right. Wonder who's editing it. Let's ask Grok. Let's see if Grok knows. 1 second. Just got a message. Oh, I should, look at that as well. Where is it? Let me download this. We'll look at that next. But Grok, who is editing the 90-minute version of the Doctor Who story, the Sea Devils. Let's see if it can trawl the internet and find this out. 39 minutes. Benjamin Cook. Knew it. Okay. Again, look. Don't get me wrong. I have a bias against Ben Cook. I think he's a massive douchebag, right? A massive douchebag. But I don't want to dish his work. I mean, like when he interviews, he's normally very good. The Writer's Tale was I thought excellent, right? I don't want to dish his work just because I think he's a douchebag, right? But I just haven't seen anything good for him. Archer Conant says, just got back from shopping and I didn't realize you were streaming. Glad you're feeling better. I'm really not. Actually, I'm feeling better than I was yesterday. right? I have been better than what it was yesterday. I'm really not. By the way, if anybody's LPD Richards here, my Thursday stream is offline for the next 2 months, minimally, right? Minimally. Hopefully, I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why. We can all drink Russell Davis gay water, and I think many people do, right? Many people. I'm just not interested in it at all. What's this? Okay, new idea. Russell Davis has been approved. The universe can deliver a punch, says Russell Davis. Everything he said hasn't been true, right? Like literally everything you said thus far has been a blatant lie, mate. Like I don't know what to tell you. Dr. Shannon Russell Davis explains what he's hoping to prove with the spin-off series, The War Between the Land and the Sea. With less than a month to go, BBC and Dr. Shannon Russell Davis and The War Between the Land and the Sea hit screens and Disney Plus outside the and in the UK at some point in 2026, meaning it's shit and they have no confidence in it, right? That's the meaning. Davis is making it clear that spin-off is looking to do a different side of the Hooniverse. Yeah, well, you mean like Torchwood, right? Yes, that's the point of there being a spin-off, like Sarah Jane Adventures, right? That's when you, oh God, how does he go from being so great to being so stupid? It's really weird. I really don't know, right? I really don't know. Fans may be used to different. I want to do a show that this universe is capable of, and the potential that it has, and the punch it can deliver. Well, it didn't really work now, did it? David shared with Empire, noting that series tackles the more relevant issues more relevant than ever. I'm sorry, Doctor Who: The Woke Fest on which Christian will tackle all this as well, right? With gay astronauts and was it gay astronaut and sea pollution, all rolled up in one episode. Davis shares that Empire, noting the series tackles issues more than ever. It's very 2025. No, Davis, Russell, it's very 2017, right? It's not 2025 in its bones. We can. The trouble is, you think it's 2025. And again, please, Trump, up it to 10 billion, right? I'll take for every knock them out. Oh God, it'll be so good. Noting that the series tackles issues more than ever. It's still there. We can deal even with the water companies who are profiteering bosses laughing in our faces. Well, again, this is true, but like this very socialist worldview, just normally speaking, isn't connected to reality. We even deal with the water company problem in our faces. It's in a series about water. You have to, he added. Yes. Now this is quite a good graphic, and of course, there's going to be. Interspecies romance, but I bet these backgrounds at the very least are AI. Like, why would you make them? These backgrounds have to be AI. I bet they are. Don't you think they are? I bet they are. The 5-part series, that's 5 parts. So it's what? It's on the 7th. You get 7th, you get 2 parts. Then 14th, part 3. 21st is part 4. And 28th is part 5. A low-level unit staff member whose ordinary life becomes a world of terror when an ancient species rises from the sea. Barclay becomes a human ambassador when the mysterious sort, Gugu Mbatha-Raw, emerges from a tank murders from the tank at the summit in the middle of the Thames. Unit led by the insanely dull Kate Lethbridge-Stewart fights to control as humanity reaches its destruction. Alongside Tovey and Redgrave are Ruth Madley. Oh God, yes. I'm a stunning and brave woman in a wheelchair who looks like I've just eaten a wasp. Right? Oh God, Alexa Devon as the very very dull Colonel Christian Ibrahim, who's somehow getting together with I thought she was a lesbian at one point, Kate Lethbridge-Stewart. Colin McPhair is General Austin Pierce, whoever. And other than previously announced cast, blah, blah, blah. A bunch of people don't really care. Stemming from BBC to, Executive Pete McTeague, he wrote half of it. And again, he apparently, he's the guy to take Doctor Who into the new series. Oh man, I do hope this lawsuit wipes out the BBC's ability to make any shows. That would be fantastic. Bangkok was connected to the Schalke, was he? I didn't know that. Okay. Bangkok. Everything he's done has been bad. This is already saying the same thing. To show the BBC universe potential. But it's over. There is no Hooniverse. This is the last, swipe at the Hooniverse. There is no Hooniverse. I tell you. That was this one. This is a funny story. Doctor Who composer Gold wasn't given a choice to leave in 2017. Yeah, they just kicked him out. Doctor Who composer Murray Gold discusses being asked to leave the show in 2017 and whether he would continue as the show's composer. I hope not, right? It just needs a complete overhaul, reboot, new people, right? It's easy to take Murray Gold's music for granted. Well, no, we had the turgid music of whatever his name was. I'm sure it'll come up. Sigulun Akula, whatever, the guy who would never got the job if he was white and called Reg Smith from Clapham, right? The composer of Doctor Who when Rusty Davies revived the show in 2005. Gone with the cheap, quick synthesized cues of the classic series. Gold comprised an entire music themes and suites for the Doctor, companions, and the worlds, using full orchestra, influenced by Mayer and various classic composers. I did like the romanticism of his work, especially the early ones, right? Especially the Matt Smith theme. I mean, that is pinnacle Doctor Who. His music for the series became a mainstay for kids who grew up on the revived series. Emotional, mysterious, sentimental, and most of all atmospheric. However, when Chris Chimmel took over the show in 2018, Gold recently revealed that he was removed from the series composer after 12 years. It wasn't his choice to leave. Oh, wow. On the Who Knew Doctor Who podcast, was behind his decision to leave and come back. Gold told host Josh Carr, well, I wasn't given choice in 2017, right? I'll only say that. Well, you don't have to say anything else. I don't blame Chris. I completely understand. It felt like a good time to go and focus on family, he added. And there was it was quite a fertile time. He ended up doing a very British Scandal. I think Rusty was one of his best things. Gentleman Jack, never seen it, years and years, an embarrassment. And I want to say the classic show, classic shows of their time. And I would never have wanted to miss out on those. Even if it's a sin, you might know a very English Scandal in years and years, and it's a sin were all created with Rusty Day. Well, yes, I mean, he liked working with him. And generally speaking, did a good job. Gold was replaced by Sugun Akonola, who brought a more subdued electronic sound to Jodie Whittaker's run as the 13th Doctor. That means shit. Right, when Davis returned as showrunner in 2023, starting with the 6th anniversary specials, starring David Tennant and Catherine Tate, Gold also returned as the series composer. He would compose the themes for Ncuti Gatwa. It just wasn't good. Everything about the return just wasn't good. Titled that in a title simply 15. Yeah, it just if only it lived up to that. That was one of the best things about it. The theme for new companion Millie Gibson, Months of Sundays. When Carr asked if he would be willing to continue his proposal, Gold said, "I never say no, Doctor Who." I just think you need, it needs new blood, right? I just think it needs new blood all over. I think it'll be a bad idea to continue. Right? Is there anything else to talk about there? I'm bleeding cool. Look at I think we were looked at. So this is a weird story, right? This is a very weird story. David Tennant scrapped Doctor Who episodes with the Indiana Jones S story may get a second life, right? There's no indications that there are. Like 000. Oh, one second. I'm up to the 7th Doctor. Carrying that over to my new hard drive. There you go, 7th Doctor. How long is that going to take? Let's have a look. Thinking about it. 172 gig. 35 minutes. Fine. Pete Fatigue's part of the cult. He is part of the cult, right? It's dead. Trump will probably ban the BBC from America, meaning BBC studios will go bankrupt. I hope so. Overnight. Says Peter Ritz. One can only hope so. Although David Tennant is no longer Doctor Who, thank God. Oh, God, his return was a mistake. Right? Massive mistake. A scrapped episode from his iteration of the character might make a comeback. It was Mark Gatiss, who wrote it. A story intended for the 10th Doctor could potentially be revived. Gatiss explained how the episode in question, the Suicide Exhibition, was on the verge of production for a while in the late 2000s. And in the recent interview, Radio Times writer gave an optimistic update regarding the story. He said that Big Finish, a company that produces audio dramas, was interesting in adapting the script. Well, why wouldn't they? I think the problem is going to find David Tennant's availability. Frankly, he's a very busy actor, amazingly. The writer admitted that he had not heard from Big Finish in a while. However, he said that he's still hopeful they will reach out sometime soon. I wrote 2 drafts set in the First World War, then Nazis, and I moved to war. It's called The Suicide Exhibition, set in the British Museum. It's sort of Indiana Jones type story. It's rather good. I think rather good. I think I do still have a copy. Big Finish has expressed an interest, and they've gone very quiet. Though I'm waiting to hear their emergency phone call. I think Big Finish. I don't think they're doing very well. I just don't see how they could be, right? I just don't think they're doing very well. The writer did admit that he had not heard of them, despite the Suicide Exhibition, never making production. Now, why was that? I think they were going to do another World War II story. I can't remember. Gaz left a huge question mark on the world of Doctor Who. He wrote several of what fans consider to be the best episodes of the science fiction franchise. I don't know, did he? Let's have a look. Mark Gatiss, Doctor Who. Let's see what Doctor Who stories he did. Are they best ones? Hope it includes what's it called again? The this Big Finish stuff. Probe. Actor, television. No, but we want him as writer. Writer. He wrote all the Probe videos. I don't know. Random Hot Cook Deceased, like that. League of Gentlemen. So Doctor Who, he did the Unquiet Dead. Okay, that was a very that was a story that kind of calmed us all down. That saying, oh, this new Doctor Who could work, right? Because it was a very traditional story. Idiot's Lantern, a good story, not one of the best. Victory of the Daleks. No, the Teledoublers are somewhat scuppered it. Night Terrors. It was an okay story, not one of the best. Cold War was a very disappointing story. Crimson Horror, disappointing. Robert Show was disappointing. Sleep No More, okay. And Empress of Mars, so no. Right? I'm sorry, no. Let's see what he did. I think his Big Finish stuff is way better. Let's have a look. He's thinking about it. It's still thinking about it. Okay, while I wait for that to open up. So there's Sleep No More is not, considered to be a great story. I'm sorry. Big Finish has created a wide range of Doctor Who content, audio, blah 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 blah. Fine. Is it open up yet? No. Oh, here we go. Oh, Charlie Pollard. So let's have a look. Let's the best browser collection. Oh, let's have a good browse, darling. No. $20 for the Charlotte Pollard's story. No. Doomsday. Are you having a laugh? Look, it's cut down from $40 to $30. No. This one wasn't bad, but you should get the whole set. The Routons versus Sontarans versus Routons. This was okay. The Quarks. This is probably the best one. 26 down from $40 to 26 isn't bad. That's it. Okay, this is not a Stellar Cell, baby, right? That's not so Cell. You go, oh yeah, we need more of that. Fine. Mark Gatiss. Is it what? Am I spelling it wrong? I'm spelling it wrong. Mark Gatiss. Let's try that. Okay, Night, he didn't really write Nightshade because it was an adaptation of his new adventure, which was actually very, very good. He didn't write the Sirens of Time. That was Nick Briggs, right? Wait. Was Mark Gatiss? No, it was written by Mark Gatiss. So I guess Mark Gatiss was in it. Right? Yeah, Mark Gatiss. Because this Sirens of Time was their first release. Nobody knew if there was going to be any more. Zero interest in the re-edit of it. This Dracula was okay, right? He wrote Stones of Venice. Let's have a look. Did he write it? No, that's Paul Marks. Stones of Venice is a good story. Masterful. No, he was an actor in that. Mutant Phase. Did he write Mutant Phase? Let's find out. No, Nicholas Briggs. Mutant Phase is very good. Man, for like $5, totally. It's really good. This is one he did. Phantasmagoria. Yeah, this was probably one of the best things. 1999, 26 years old. No, it was like the second story. What else he got? Mark Gatiss, no. Just War. Who wrote that? Was it Mark Gatiss? Like, oh, this wasn't bad either. Okay, I think this was his. Yeah, Mark Gatiss, Invaders from Mars. So we got two decent stories right now from him. That was a fun story. That's when he. It was during the Orson Welles. What's it going? Martian War of the Worlds, right? That was actually very, very good. Fine, let's try and open up the good Mark Gatiss stories and audio. And this was a season open for the second one. I think Nick Briggs did that, didn't he? Did he write this? Let's have a look. Did he write the Out of Time 2? No, because it wasn't really that good. Fine, on Big Finish, you got this one, Phantasmagoria, which is okay. It was nice hearing this Fifth Doctor and Turlo, right? You don't hear that combination often. And Invaders from Mars, that's good, right? That is generally quite fun, right? I like that one quite a lot. So yeah. But most I don't see it being such a big deal, frankly. What's this? Bonnie Langford wants the trailblazing companion to return again after a mysterious comeback. Bonnie Langford has spoken for fans. Who does he want to come back? Carol Ann Ford. Well, yeah, they did. They did, and they edited her out. And it was just clumsy and stupid, right? Carol Ann Ford appearing only one day. She was there. I was terribly excited and very covert, and none were allowed to know. But amazing to find. Again, it's like, why didn't they just edit out a bit? Because it made no bloody sense, right? It really genuinely made no sense. Let's see. No, those deleted scenes wouldn't have made season 2 any better, right? It must be Karen Ford they're talking about. The elaborate ARG has revealed 2 deleted scenes from Doctor Who, prompting fans to argue whether it would have been better. Okay, neither of these are Carol Ann Ford scenes. Yeah, who cares? Who cares? This article is just insanity, right? All 16 of the Doctor's love interests in Doctor Who's 62-year history. Well, there haven't been any. Doctor has total 16 love interests in the series premiered in 62 years ago, but the romantic tendencies have increased massively in recent years. Yes, I know. Because, Russell D. Davies and the entire production team are horny, apparently. Well, there has been an uptick in love interest since 2005. The Doctor has always been romantic and family orientated, even from the start. It wasn't. As a romantic show, many of these romances have developed naturally and have been great to see, while some others have been awkward and controversial. Since the Doctor is significantly older than, really, yes, okay, that's true. He's older. You might not realize the Doctor has been the subject of so many romantic... Because he hasn't been. You're like batshit crazy, darling. Right? There are 16 confirmed romanticisms in the live action, and even more in novels, audio books. I know, that's like fan-wanky fanfic. For the purpose of the list, let's just focus on the sci-fi show. It celebrates 62nd birthday on Sunday. All right, Sunday, well, I'll do a Doctor Who anniversary show somehow. We'll try and work it out. Surprisingly, 11 of those romances have occurred since... It's not surprising, since 2005. Yeah, because people can't write without inserting sex into it, right? It's got to have sex in everything. So 11 of these romances since 2005, and almost half of them have been involved with 10th Doctor David Tennant, though they have started to become sparse again since the series has continued. What? No, since it's been discontinued. So the Doctor's original family, okay, granddaughter I know, but I don't know, Longbarrow kind of made it clear that she wasn't, or maybe she was the other's granddaughter. Right, it's always been an interesting matter of, speculation in fandom. Okay, obviously in recent years they've leaned much more into it. Again, because they can write for toffee, these people. Up to fine. Okay, so the first intro, William Hartnell's first Doctor back in 1963. He traveled time and space with 3 human companions, Ian, Barbara, and his very own granddaughter, Susan. But was it his granddaughter? Again, I like that it was ambiguous. It proves the Doctor has a biological family and granddaughter. No, it doesn't. No, it proves they called they had a grandfather-granddaughter relationship, right? Presumably having relations with women to produce one of Susan's parents. Again, no, that's your interpretation. The Doctor surely had a huge amount of love for his original family and granddaughter, but this didn't stop him from running away with his granddaughter to travel the universe. I mean, again, it was a very different figure back then. You know, he wasn't more of a weird, bad to know grandfather when it started, right? But it developed something else. Now, this is stupid. Kameka was never... It was just a sweet, elderly romance. They shared cocoa a little bit. That was it. When the first Doctor and companions landed on the Aztec Empire in 1964, the Aztecs, the team crossed paths with Kameka, Margaret Van der Burg, an elder who spent most of her time in the Garden of Peace. It was there. It was here that a relationship with the Doctor blossomed, and he unwittingly proposed to her when he shared cocoa with her. Knowing nothing about Aztec culture and tradition, Kameka was the first human woman that the Doctor showed a romantic admiration for. Not really, hinting on something of a ladies' man, but this wasn't seen again for many years. It wasn't seen again until David Bloody Tennant, mate. Sarah Jane, are you saying Sarah Jane Smith was fucking the Doctor? Really? Is that your contention? Although not specifically mentioned on screen, there was serious chemistry between Tom Baker's fourth Doctor and Sarah Jane Smith. The late Elizabeth say, no, yeah, that's 2 actors who got on really well. This is what friendship looks like. This is ridiculous. Really. At no point has there ever been any intimation, right? Smith witnesses regeneration into the 4th incarnation, yet stuck around for more adventures, and only left the TARDIS and the Doctor had to return to Gallifrey. Or when she was ready to leave. What the hell? But Elizabeth Slade wanted to move on. That's when. It's not real, okay? It's pretend. Where humans weren't allowed. When Sarah Jane Smith and 10th Doctor reunited in school reunion, Smith clearly hinted they had some romantic attachment. No, he didn't. Was it? What is it you think he said to indicate that? Right? I don't know. There's some romantic attachment to the Doctor prior to her being dropped back on Earth, which made the breakup even... No. It was trying to explain how hard it was, right? Romana too. Okay, Lala Ward was humping and married to Tom Baker for a year, and then she hated him shortly thereafter. Right? You go and watch the hatred between them in State of Decay compared to the how hot she was for him in City of Death. Right? It's crazy. Similarly to his relationship with Sarah Jane Smith, the romance between the Fourth Doctor and Romana, second incarnation, Lala Ward, was never mentioned on screen because it wasn't there. It totally wasn't there. Well, I'm surprised they didn't throw in Leela saying they had a threesome with Andrew, right? What the fuck are they talking about? However, during the time together, Baker and Ward dated and eventually got married in real life. Yes, and that chemistry bled through. Here, can I find the Prime advert? Let me see if I can find them. I mean, that's really where it was showing, Tom Baker Prime advert. Yeah, this one's got one with Lala Ward and everything. And clearly they were very, very into each other. Share screen. Oh, wrong thing. Video file.
Doctor, the universe is about to end.
What?
We need the orbital coordinates of 900 planets of the constellation of Castorberus in 17 seconds.
17 seconds.
16.
Constellation of Castorberus in how many seconds?
11.
Good interaction so far. 900 planets.
10.
Excellent response.
Come on, Doctor.
900 planets in how many seconds?
3.
3 seconds.
1 second, Doctor.
1 second. Well done, Prime.
Prime computer.
I mean, clearly.
Not so loud.
Prime computer.
That's better.
Who's the one that got married?
Do you like it?
Do I like it?
This is the one.
I love it. Is it really a Prime computer?
Do you know about them?
Know about them? I've seen them on Gallifrey in the constellation of Castorberus. Ha ha! At last, I'm up to date.
Would you like to be introduced? It's terribly interactive.
Interactive? You mean immediate response?
Immediate.
Okay, Prime. How long's my scarf?
Well, it's not that impressive.
What? In 7 computer languages and 5 protocols?
Protocols?
Yes. That's how it talks to other computers.
It talks to other computers.
Well, of course it does. It's a Prime. You're going to be all right, kid.
All right, where's the one they tell them to get married?
Hi, I've just discovered I can increase the power of my Prime by 5
Was it for a little bit?
planet communications in
Okay, fine. Clearly.
accounting, no more books. Around a planet communications instantly. I can design ships, run power stations, oil, gas. Where would the energy industry be without Prime?
Ask it how to handle a woman.
Romana, with you, man?
Yes.
Oh, Prime.
Clever Prime.
You can say that again.
Clever Prime.
There you go. Okay, so fine. That's the only indication. You weirdos, man. You absolutely no. They weren't humping. I'm sorry. That didn't happen. So the chemistry eventually got married in life. They gave incredible chemistry and sexual tension on screen. But again, like back in the 70s and 80s, people were able to write shows without there having to be tons of sex in it. Oh God, I sound like Mary Whitehouse, for goodness sake. Which gave them incredible chemistry and sexual tension, leading to many suspect the 2 Time Lords were romantic. Who? Okay, I understand. There's some wanky fanfic out there, but get a grip, right? Baker divorced a year after the former departed Doctor Who after a whopping 7-year stint as a Doctor, making him the longest. Okay, who cares? Okay, they kissed once. These shoes. In fact, that was it. And I remember it like blew up the internet. Well, was there internet in '96? It blew up fandom. We're like, what? How? Who? That's how asexual the Doctor was. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's like they could have put the 7th Doctor and said, "Oh, clearly, in the Curse of Fenric, the 7th Doctor finger banged Ace." Yeah, no. What the hell are they talking about? We go. Doctor Who was cancelled amid Sylvester McCoy's run as the 7th Doctor in '89, but BBC Worldwide and Universal, again, we know that, Paul McGann is new companion and love interest. She wasn't a love interest, cardiologist Dr. Grace Holloway. right? The revival attempt failed, but the Eighth Doctor's charming, romantic, enthusiastic personality was hugely attractive. As he continued in audiobooks, fans still want to see more from McGann's Doctor, so we're going to talk about that next. So he might see more of his romances in a live action in the future. Again, we are going to talk about that rumor next. Rose Tyler. Okay, yes, the Doctor fell in love with Rose Tyler. Did he shag Rose Tyler? I think it's much more like it was much more heavily intimated that he shagged Madame de Pompadour, right? And I think David Tennant did date Sophia Myles at the time, didn't he? Okay, Russell Davies selected revived Doctor in 2005, and after one season with Chris Eccleston's Doctor, Rose continued with Tennant. So it's clearly horny for him. Okay, it was Tennant's incarnation that she fell for, but I think, I mean, if you're talking about like in story in universe, it was. But in universe, I think the Ninth Doctor fell in love with her, and that just got continued with intensified with the 10th Doctor, right? Anyway, it was Tennant's incarnation that fell for the Doctor and avoided starting a romance, given the fact that he won't grow old. He won't grow old and die, but she would. This tragic storyline involved a meta-crisis Doctor realized he would age with the human. Yeah, so they ran off into the sunset. Now, we're in the first one. You can say, yep, they did the deed, right? And it was. This is as far as I think you could have stretched Doctor Who, right? It really is as far. I don't think you could go any further than this. While his feelings for Rose were growing, the 10th Doctor got somewhat distracted after landing a spaceship on the 51st century that contained the windows to various planets. It's a wonderful story, although it does run out of steam about 10 minutes before the end. Right, Renette grows up to become Madame de Pompadour, the mistress of King Louis XV, but her true love was always a Doctor. This was a story, a love story for the ages, beautiful, tender, long-lasting, but doomed from the beginning, hugely tragic. Miles and Tennant pertained. They did a great job, right? They did a great job. Shipper's got the ship, says Funky 1463. I agree with it. The Mentalizers shagged her in the alternative. Yes, that I agree, Archie Collin. The mention of the wife was sort of Rose. Number 2 was Rose. Number 3 was River. Right? Mary Whitehouse. I am. You turned me into where they couldn't even look at each other in the eyes. They hated each other by then. Martha Jones. This was super unrequited. Like, Martha, what are you talking about? Yeah, she fancied him and then went off and married Mickey, weirdly enough. I was like, how did it come out? Oh, Mickey Smith, he's black. Martha's black. Well, there you go. That's it. Match made in heaven. Martha Jones, Freeman, took over from Rose in the TARDIS. Did a great job. I mean, Rose was big shoes to fill, right? In the TARDIS, she became trapped on Pete's world. Didn't come trapped. She was kind of happy to be there. And formed an instant romantic relationship to the Doctor. In an effort to avoid mistakes of the past, the Doctor did not reciprocate those feelings as viewed Martha as more of one of his closest friends. Well, that's what the companion is supposed to be. Mixed signals confused her constantly, and she ended up torturing herself while traveling with the Doctor, but their friendship was too strong to be ruined by a silly crush. Martha eventually moved on from the Doctor, but remained one of his strongest allies. Okay, so this was legitimate, right? And I think this affected the 10th Doctor, but it was the love story was with John Smith, right? It totally was with John Smith. So I wouldn't say that's with the Doctor. In fact, that's why it ended, right? But you saw when he died how he always had some kind of like, romantic feeling to her, right? When he went to see his granddaughter signing the book or something, I can't remember. During his time with Martha Jones, the Doctor was forced to hide his Time Lord persona in a fob watch while on the run from the family of blood. I mean, just fantastic 2 episodes. It really was. He's had on a human teacher, Don Smith, in 1913. Father was Sydney, mother Verity. Love that. His memory of being a time traveler, simply dreams. Again, where's the... I can't get to it. The book is really good. And Martha became the school's maid, While Human the Doctor fell in love with the school nurse, young widow Joan Redfern, Joan eventually urged John Smith to become the Doctor again to defeat the family of blood, sacrifice their relationship and possible life together. Okay, so they didn't. That's not the Doctor. I'm sorry. With a huge impact on both. Astrid Perk, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It was a disaster. Like, really? Really? Okay, after Martha left the TARDIS to forge her own path, the Doctor found himself on board the spacefaring cruise liner Titanic. On board, he formed a quick bond with the waitress Astrid. Yeah, Kylie Minogue. The Doctor swooned her with a shore leave on Earth, and his acts of bravery in battling the heavenly host. He eventually asked Astrid to join him in the TARDIS after defeating Capricorn. Unfortunately, in order to defeat Capricorn, he had to have a sad day. Oh, so sad. Queen Elizabeth, now she clearly was very into him, you know. And wait a minute, you're missing what's it called? Wait. What's that? Oh. Catherine Tate. They're okay. Why aren't they picking pulling out Catherine Tate? That's weird. Yeah, 1 second. Doink. Because you have a slightly yeah. I mean, she misinterpreted him for wanting to mate, right? Oh, mate for yourself. New Earth. No, it was on season 4, wasn't it? Partners in Crime, right? When he says he only wants a mate. Let me find that. It was towards the end. He's in the TARDIS. Here we go.
The last time with Martha, like I said, it got complicated. And that was all my fault.
Oh, come on.
There we are then. I just want a mate. I just want a mate.
You just want to mate?
I just want a mate.
You're not mating with me, sunshine.
A mate. I want a mate.
Well, just as well, because I'm not having any of that nonsense. I mean, you're just a long streak of nothing. Alien nothing.
There we are then. Okay.
Okay. Why'd they pull that out their asses? This is so dumb. At the end of 2007, Shakespeare Code, the Doctor and Martha were chased with Queen Elizabeth, blah blah. They finished that up on the Doctor, and clearly they were engaged, and she had a romantic affection. I still don't think they shagged each other. I'm sorry. But he was just with her as she thought she was a shape-shifting Zygon, not able to say, okay, so it's not a romantic interest. And Amy Pond. No, this is two dear friends, who love each other. You can love each other without it being sexual. This is just irritating the hell out of me. Throughout her time traveling with Matt Smith's 11th Doctor, Amy Pond was involved. Oh, I mean, she did jump in, but he wasn't that interested. A brilliant romance with her husband, Rory Williams. However, when the Doctor returned to collect her on the day before her wedding and whisk her away to the universe, she was suggesting having a bit of a last night of freedom. The Doctor was in a situation at the end of 20th Flesh and Stone. It was hilarious and ultimately made the friendship between the trio of the Doctor, Amy, and Rory even stronger, which was fantastic. Yeah, but again, this is not a romantic relationship. Marilyn Monroe. He said, come on, Marilyn, again. That's it. That's literally it. Although not Amy, the 11th Doctor did have a couple of love interests. No, he didn't. And one of them was the legendary actor Marilyn Monroe. No. During Christmas Carol, the Doctor took a grown-up Kazakh Sardan and his love, Abigail Catherine Jenkins, on a Christmas Eve adventure to Hollywood, where he ends up engaged to Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, okay. he was clearly sexless, right? Asexual. And that was the comedy of it. Oh man, this is again. This guy has no idea about anything. It's been hinted that the Doctor and Monroe went through the marriage, making the Doctor the second husband in the Whoniverse after James Doherty and prior to Joe DiMaggio with Arthur Miller. Okay, fine. Second husband. River Song, yes. This I get the feeling they had a full relationship with, right? And it kind of worked, right? It was a little bit icky, but kind of worked. It would have been awkward if the Doctor and Amy had become involved, and the Doctor's true love was Amy and Roy's grown-up daughter, Melanie Pond, aka River Song. A fellow time traveler and archaeologist, River was always destined to meet the Doctor and conditioned to kill him, but always crossed paths out of order, and ultimately she refused to marry him instead. So the first time the Doctor, the first Doctor met River was the day she died, and then fine, blah blah blah. That's fine. Yasmin Khan. Okay, well this isn't Doctor Who, and this was uncomfortably shoehorned in because they couldn't write Doctor Who, right? And when there's a complete absence of talent and absence of ability, it just gets filled up with the nonsense of the day, which was, oh, everyone's lesbian, right? Until everyone's gay. Oh, God. Yeah. They snogged each other. They cried. This wasn't a love story. As I keep saying, it was a sex story, completely inappropriate and utterly failed, right? Just an total and utter failure. Okay, fine. Maybe the War Doctor, shagged that big button. Who knows, right? Oh, so stupid. And I'm very stupid. Now, what do you think of this, right? This rumor has been going around in many circles, right? So let's have a look. It's an acquaintance of mine worked on this Doctor Who project and confirms filming took place in Canberra Sands that day. Paul McGann performed in his Garner's costume, which is like his, second costume, I guess. And the TARDIS was present. Ever professional my acquaintance refused to spill the beans any further, even when I offered to get the next round in. Okay, if this is true, I think it's more of a DVD extra, right, than anything else. I like what DVD extra is going to be. We got season. Well, we got Key to Time. Next one, I believe, is season 21. What would be the time to season 21? I don't know. A friend of mine at Canberra Sands on Wednesday, 12th of November. Doctor was being filmed. Paul McGann in his Night of the Doctor costume, along with the TARDIS. I pressed for details, but he couldn't say much. They filmed scenes for The Ultimate Foe at Canberra Sands. No, but that's already released. Maybe they're doing it like something about a 90s box set. They've been talking about that for a long time, right? I just don't think it's going to be in the special, and I don't think they're filming the Christmas special either, right? Thanks, Aaron. This confirms my friend's story. He wasn't involved with production, just happened to be in the area. He wondered what was being in Blu-ray material. That's most likely. Children in Need? No. Another Guardians of the Edge cameo for 20? No, I don't think so. DVD material, right? DVD material. Again, we all want to see a Paul McGann TV show, right? I mean, that was clearly something that works very well, right? I just don't think we're going to see it, frankly. I just don't. Well, that's it. Oh, this was lovely. I love this stuff. We haven't actually gone into this in much more detail. Let's have a look at it. Doctor Who legend Tom Baker, 91, reflects on his time in the TARDIS after receiving MBE. It was a real honor. Man, I love where Tom Baker is nowadays. Right? I really do. It's just lovely, right? It's absolutely lovely. It never ceases to amaze me how fondly people remember me 34 years after my last adventure in the TARDIS. Because you're magical, Tom, right? You're absolutely magical. Fine. Doctor Who legend Tom Baker has reflected on his MBE investiture last week, which saw him don his iconic fourth costume again. But it was a costume he didn't like, as I recall. Let's have a look at the pictures they have there. Oh, no, he did like this one. This wasn't the season 18 one, right? They had some beautiful pictures. Any other pictures? It's just nice, right? It was just really, really, really nice. I love a bit of Tom. Actually played from 74 to 81, was MB, blah, blah, blah. Reflecting on his time in the TARDIS, Bacon told it was a real honor to receive MB from Lady Colgrane, representing His Majesty. In the same way, it was a real honor for me to play the Doctor for all those years. And again, I love that he looks at it so fondly, right? It never ceases to amaze me how fondly people remember me 34 years after my last adventure. I found it hard to believe it was so long ago, and I found myself back in the TARDIS last week with my beloved scarf around my neck. It was announced that Baker will be honored with MBE following his well-loved run as a Fourth Doctor, still classed as the golden era of the show. Is there anything else here? Not really much. Right? Not really much at all. Okay, fine. So we'll get to that maybe, what we're doing next. So yeah, we'll look at the headline from here. I'm not logging in. Piss off. Oh, there you go. Bonnie Langford on Chibnall Davis doing right by Mel. Look, they may have done, but it was shit. Everything she was in was shit. Okay, let's compare the classic Mel stories with the modern Mel stories. So you had Terror of the Vervoids. Okay, that was shit. You had Ultimate Event, Ultimate Foe. Yeah. Time and the Rani. Time and the Rani was better than anything in the modern era, and that wasn't very good. Paradise Towers was not better than anything in the modern era. Delta and the Bannermen certainly wasn't better than anything in the modern era. I just can't get. And Dragonfly was vastly superior, right? So, yeah, that wasn't the best of times, right? I'm sorry to tell you. That's a nice picture of her, though. Okay. Bonnie Langford was too scared of Doctor Who as a child, so she ended up watched it when she was cast as companion Melanie Mel Bush by John Nathan Turner in the 1980s. By then, Langford was known as a musical theatre and TV actress. She was known mostly as, I'll Scream and Scream and Scream Till I'm Sick. Mel was a companion of the Sixth Doctor, as Seventh Doctor, and a Health Doctor. Okay, you want to know the best Mel? Let's look. Best Mel was on Big Finish. Let's have a look at Big Finish. We'll look at Bonnie Langford. We'll keep reading this till the site opens up. I just went into the show very blindly, shared Langford during a conversation with Radio Times. I enjoyed it tremendously, and I had a good time doing it. But were I to take it on now, I would probably focus on slightly differently. I had no idea of the impact, and it was interesting as well because most of the time, people who played assistants, it was very clearly early in their career, right? And certainly their TV careers. So it's unusual to have a companion who had a profile. They did the same thing with what's her name, Billie Piper. It was her first. She did Canterbury Tales before then. She was very good at that. So it was unusual to have but at that point the show was going through a lot of difficulty. John adored it and was fighting for its survival. And I have a feeling they brought me into it because I was getting a lot of column inches. Let me tell you, Nicola Bryant was giving me a lot of other inches. Let me tell you, at the time with publicity, and he knew that it would impact on it would have an impact on that side of it. It's true. But here let's look at the best Bonnie Langford is this stuff. Let's go. Bonnie Langford. There's one song I'm thinking of which was really good. We'll do results by oldest first. Okay, Fires of Vulcan, the first one. Excellent. Okay, all these ones. Excellent. This is one of the... If this was in season 24, it would have been one of the best stories. It's really good historical. Who wrote it? It's Steve Lyons, right? And she's excellent in it. Man, all these appearances are good. The one Doctor's awesome, with a con man pretending to be the Doctor with a Portaloo TARDIS, right? And she was great in that. Bang, bang, a boom. Another one. It's the Euro in Space, done way before whatever that shooty piece of shit was. Flip Flop, another excellent one, right? And it was, you had two discs, and you could play either one first. It wasn't a disc 1 or disc 2. That Big Finish in 2003. They were really big experimental. So Grace, you can skip. This is great. He jest at scars. This is Michael Jason if he became the Doctor. With one this is probably one of the best ones, right? Excellent. All this is better than anything did in the modern era, right? The Juggernauts was a bit meh. Catch 1782 meh. Unregenerate. Thicker than the water. Okay, they've lost the golden era. These three were great. Wrong Doctors, Spaceport Fair, and the Seas of War. I don't know. They got rid of the evidence. They were a great villain, right? They were a great villain. And then they paired her up with Ace. It wasn't that good. Last Adventure's excellent, right? Absolutely excellent. Yeah, all this stuff is skippable. Yep. As you get in the current era, you go, nah. No, none of this is a recommend. Like, none of this is a recommend at all. Peladon. Oh, this was awful. Mido Hojak, truly awful. And these box sets, horrible. No, steer clear. This is incomprehensible. I've seen listened to every Sylvester McCoy audio, right? And I couldn't keep up with what was going on there. And yeah, I think I just stopped buying them by this point. So yeah, that's where Prime Bonnie Langford is. Okay. Langford now shares the sentiment of many fans who think that her performance was not great. I was just too perky, far bigger before. Go listen to the Big Finish stuff. I think it was fine for the era, quite frankly. I think it was far too bouncy. Again, we're talking about Nicola Bryant. She was bouncy. Mel was very irritating. Mel was subject to the usual sexist trope of having a kind of scream and be the damsel stress. One of the only good things about Terror of the Vervoids was that she, at the end of episode 2 or 3, when she screams, she does it in the same key as the first note of the theme tune, right? And the closing titles. That was really good. Mel also did take the screaming, and she was the last screamer. Ace stopped the screaming after that. And when she decided to leave, producer and writer didn't even bother thinking about writing an exit until Sylvester McCoy insisted on one. Well, what would they have done? What? How would they got rid of her? They didn't write an exit. She's gone. But and then what's her name? They introduced Ace in her exit story. I don't understand. And they lined up Ray to be a possible companion because she might leave in either one. No, they were going to write it. I mean, I don't know. Oh, wait. Yeah, they hadn't really accounted for the end of the series. That'll be leaving Langford know that Sylv said we need a scene. So they came up with the last scene. That was a nice one. It was a bit schmaltzy, but actually myself, I was a bit schmaltzy acting myself, but it was fine. I would have done that differently now as well, but it was nice to at least have some kind of completion. But it seemed funny that she went off with Savile Glips on a shopping strip. Yeah, no, it was very weird, right? I agreed to it for 2 years. I didn't expect to stay. I didn't feel very proud of what I was doing. But darling, it's not OnlyFans. Get a grip. And they felt super proud of it, right? I had another job to do, and that was it was just a job. However, more than 20 years later, with the revived series, the current shows, nothing really ever ends, especially not for companions. So Chris Jimmer and Rosalie Davis brought Mel back. Did right back. She was one of the only companions they could bring back. Like, who else could they bring back? You had Nicola Bryant. You have Janet Fielding, Sarah Sutton, Matthew Wardhouse. No, Lala Ward. She could bring her back. I guess you could bring back Leela. But again, at this point, they're unrecognizable from the TV, from when they were on TV. Bonnie Langford and Sophie Aldred look like the same people. Okay, then 2021, then showrunner Chris Jimmer called Langford to offer a cameo at the end of Jodie Whittaker's final story, Power of the Doctor. At that point, I thought, well, I wonder what Mel will be like, right? A lot calmer. and much more into her computers, yet very discreet about her work that she does. She had such such loyalty to the doctor. It was really great that she was able to be in touch with Mel to think. I wonder where she's been and what she's got. She's only in the bit at the end. And again, I thought Janet Fielding and Sophie Aldrin and those things were that was really good stuff. I really liked that. There was a lot of good in that last story, apart from Jodie Whittaker. There was a lot bad there too. When I came into the TV series, I felt very comfortable with it. So Rusty Davis then brings her back in 2023 for the 6th anniversary special. She got was 2 seasons as 15th Doctor from Disney Plus. I was really honored that he thought of Mel was worth bringing back. Again, you're not going to get many people be able to ride around and be as physical as you need to be for Doctor Who, right? And he totally got utterly involved with By Generation. It was a thrill. I was taken with the fact that I was able to correct all those mistakes that I felt I made the first time round. Yeah, I know, but it's a shame that it wasn't with good Doctor Who. For Mel's sake, she was able to return as a much more rounded character with vulnerabilities. We did done, thank God. Oh man, I am dragging like hell right now. The Disney Plus era established that Mel had been working for UNIT as their resident computer expert, which brought her reunion with the Doctor, and she was finally seen to be working on computers. One of the things I loved about coming back as Mel was being able to being in a different place for myself and my own life. So when I first went to the show, everything had to be nice, it had to be pretty, and those outfits are looking good and all that sort of thing. When I came back, Rusty Davis wrote Empire Death again, awful, right? And I had to have all these prosthetics on. If that had been the first time Mel would have been back, I would have balked at that. But I was just so pleased that Mel had a storyline of releasing. Realizing that she had been taken over by Sutek and trying to fight it. I don't even remember. Do you remember? Does anybody remember that? I don't think many people are going back to that story. Where she communicated as much of herself to the possible Doctor as possible. I love that, and she was much more proactive than the Doctor. Right, I would never be able to embrace it in the 1980s. I was really grateful for the opportunity. Okay, blah 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 blah. Download confirmed that she shot scenes for the finale Reality War while Cutie Cat was departing Billy Piper in a shock twist. It was really quite different to see how it was filmed. We filmed it the year before. I had to pop back and do an extra filming, which I couldn't do with everybody else. I was really disappointed about. We were disappointed in what we saw in America. At the time, it was really, really grateful. I was really, really grateful, but that included Mel's being busy somewhere else. I mean, who gives a crap, really? I mean, who gives a crap about this entire freaking era? Speaking of which, thankfully, it's about to die. Oh, so we got another promo video from, I think, the final vestige of where is it? I thought I downloaded it. Where is it? I'm pressing the wrong button. Final vestige of where is it? Oh man, I can't find it. Oh, we got to see that as well. Where did it go? I thought I downloaded this. No. Yeah, let me. It was on Facebook, wasn't it? I got that video. We do unit war between land and sea. If not, I'll if I can't find it from this search, I'll look. Oh, here we go. There we go. Fine. Let me go to a YouTube downloader. Facebook downloader. Doink. Here we go. Is it downloading? Here we go. Doink. So yeah, this here's a promo from the war between the land and sea, sort of. It's like in-universe thing. Ugh. It's like desperately trying to tell us, oh, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Here we go. Doink.
Alert for all branches and divisions of the Unified Intelligence Task Force.
I'm sorry, you're boring as hell, right? Dull as ditch water with no charm whatsoever.
Today is a turning point in history. All across the planet, Aquakind have revealed themselves, and our
Wait, what? They've revealed themselves before, quite frankly.
world has changed forever. The public will be scared. And when the human race...
You will be scared. You will be scared. And boy, are they putting this out in a weird way. They're like, it seems to me, Rusty Davis's gambit with this is to shove it out before Christmas and have it be as a box set on iPlayer for people to binge. No one's going to do it, Russell. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The numbers are not going to be what you think, right? In any way, shape, or form. You know,
is scared, we do terrible things. It's up to us to keep the peace, to hold the line as we try to negotiate a way forward. Right now, 2 floors below me, the Empress Hall is being prepared for diplomatic talks. Aquakind will send an ambassador. We will meet officially for the first time, and the world will be watching. We cannot predict what the coming days will bring.
Boredom and poor quality writing, I would have thought.
But there will be unprecedented demands on all of us. Ordinary people
like I'm going to have to watch this show.
will be tested like never before. Heroes will be forged. Allies and enemies will reveal themselves.
If Homo Aqua want a war between the land and the sea,
Homo Aqua, really?
will take the sea.
We must be on our guard and work together to achieve peace. Because if we fail, then we are facing an extinction-level event. This may be my final broadcast.
One can only hope. Yeah, we know. We know it's going to be a final broadcast because, you know, it has.
Good luck to us all.
Yeah, well, good luck to us all, and hopefully we won't have to see it. Now, a much better unit story. Let me find this. Hang on. Where's unit? Unit new series. Like far better. Let me find this one. Is unit assembled. There you go. This was really good, right? This was, I mean, again, it was better because it had like old unit in it and not the incredibly boring and dull Gemma Redgrave, right? This was actually good. Oh, there was a video for it. Yeah, let's play that video. I'll download it for you. View on YouTube. Doink. And here it comes. Okay. Share video file. Hey, look, this actually sounds exciting already. Oh, yeah, now it got boring again. I kind of like this unit team. It wasn't bad at all. Aquakind sounds much better than Homo Aqua. I agree with you, Funky. Yeah, this really helped it, Richard. John Lavina. The always awesome Katie Manning. Was Richard Hope in the original, in the Chris Chibnall one from Modern Science? Ned McIntosh, isn't it? And Nicholas Briggs as. Yeah, okay, that, I mean, honestly, massively severe. Let's see if I can find some of the Sea Devil images. War, because they've released some more. They do look pretty good, I have to say. There's one particularly good one. War between the land and sea. Sea Devils. Images. Yeah, 1 second. We got that one. Copy image address. We'll put that over here. think we've got some better ones as well. Wait a minute, what's the other one? There's one with him with on the new Sea Devils, like looking backwards over his shoulder. That was really quite good. Let's go for this one. How much is that, by the way? That unit box set? $32. A bit expensive for what it is, but damn sight better than anything else. That's for damn sure. Fine. Yeah. So this is the new Sea Devil. I don't know. It's like, it just doesn't feel very Sea Devil-y to me. It really doesn't. And it might be good in context. I don't know. For me, it's really genuinely not working, right? Really, really genuinely not working at all. Okay, what else do we have to talk about? Bonnie Langford. Oh, yes! You've got this story as well, which I think is very interesting. Matt Smith has become DCU's Brainiac for James Gunn's Superman 2 in stunning after casting report. What is after casting? Okay, so a mock-up, basically, somebody did. Brainiac is on his way to the DC Universe. Man of Tomorrow is bringing the iconic Superman villain to life. And yeah, about bloody time. DCU's Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, slate brought David Cornsweet and James Gunn franchise as he becomes the next big screen version of the Man of Steel. The DC studio is already working on the next one. Of course they are. These films take forever to make. Brainiac is set to be appear in Man of Tomorrow. So this is a fan-made artwork of what he would look like, right? But has he been cast? So this is just bullshit, essentially. This is literally just bullshit, right? Okay, then. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe. And ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.